Have you heard of the famous coconut bun cake that Tom Cruise sends to all of his celebrity friends every year for over $150? Well, today we're going to show you how to make it right at home. It's got this perfect fluffy and moist coconut bun cake with a creamy and dreamy white chocolate cream cheese frosting, and then it's coated with shredded sweetened coconut.
Hi, you're watching Plating It with Wendy.
Hey, you forgot about me.
Oops.
Take two.
You're with Wendy and Shannon.
Your favorite mother-daughter duo.
Before we mix the cake batter, let's do some prep work. I've taken some white chocolate and cut it into chunks. And this is approximately about 3/4 cup of white chocolate chunks. And I'm going to melt it and then we're going to allow it to cool. I popped into the microwave for 1.5 minutes at 30-second increments. And now that the chocolate has melted and it's turned smooth, we're going to keep it aside to cool completely. Now, if you have buttermilk in the house, you can skip this step. But since I don't have buttermilk, I'm making a buttermilk substitute. I've taken 1/2 cup of milk, and to that I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of white vinegar. We're going to give it a quick whisk and keep it aside in a warm place so that it gets a chance to do its magic. Now that the prep is all done, we're going to start mixing the batter of our cake. So to the bowl of our stand mixer, we're going to add 1 cup of unsalted butter, which is approximately 226 grams. And you want the butter to be a little softer than room temperature. And now to that, we're going to add 1 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, which is approximately 350 grams. Now we're going to mix the sugar and the butter together, first in a medium speed. And once they get incorporated with each other, we're going to crank up the speed to medium-high. And we're going to beat it for approximately 8 to 10 minutes till we incorporate a lot of air into it. And you're going to find that the butter turns light and pale. Midway, you can stop the mixer, give the bowl a scrape, and then start mixing it once again. It's been about 10 minutes and the butter is looking nice and pale. This is going to help us to get a light and fluffy cake with a lovely crumb. Scrape down the bowl once again. Now to that, we're going to add the white chocolate that we had melted and has now cooled down. And now we're going to blend the two together on a medium speed for about 2 to 3 minutes. And now to this, we're going to add 3 large eggs and 2 egg whites and make sure that they're at room temperature. We've got butter and we've got white chocolate in our cake batter, so we need all the ingredients to be at room temperature. And now we're going to add the eggs in 2 or 3 additions while we have our mixer on a medium speed. And once we've added the eggs in, we're going to allow the mixer to run for about 2 to 3 minutes. And once the eggs have got well incorporated and you have a buttery smooth batter, it's time to stop mixing it together. I've got 3 cups of cake flour in this bowl. And to that, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And now we're going to whisk it together till it gets well combined. Now, if you do not have cake flour handy at home, you could always use all-purpose flour. And here's a little trick. You're going to take out 6 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour and replace it with 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then you're going to whisk it together and then sift it at least twice so that it gets well blended. And now you've made your own cake flour at home. Let's keep the dry ingredients aside and mix up the wet ingredients. Now to the buttermilk that we had made earlier, we're going to add 1/2 cup of canned coconut milk. And when you open the can, make sure that you give it a good whisk before you measure out the coconut milk. And now to add to that coconutty flavor, we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of coconut emulsion, or you could add in a coconut extract. And we're going to eyeball about 2 teaspoons of a clear vanilla extract. And now we're going to whisk that together till it gets well blended. Now we're going to start adding in the dry and the wet ingredients, alternating between the two, beginning and ending with the dry ingredients. And we're going to keep the mixer on stir. And so that we don't overmix the batter, we're going to finish mixing it by hand. Just going to scrape down the sides first, get all that dry flour that's stuck on the sides. And we're going to give it a scrape down as well to make sure we pick up everything from the bottom. And now very gently, using the cut and fold method, we're going to give it a last mix. And there you have it. The batter is looking perfect. Now that the cake batter is ready, let's prep the Bundt pan. And we're going to take some softened butter and brush it all over the Bundt pan. Now preparing a bundt pan for baking is key to getting the cake out of the pan. And you're going to make sure that you get the center and the sides. Now you could also go in with a baking spray if you wanted, but I prefer brushing on butter. Just make sure that you're brushing it on evenly at the same time. And while you're prepping the bundt pan, it's a good time to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 163 degrees centigrade. Okay, now that we have brushed the butter on evenly around the bundt pan, there's one more step that I like to do, and that is to dust it with a little flour. And here I'm using cake flour. And putting it through a sieve gives you an even coating of the flour all around. Make sure to take it up the sides as well. Just going to get to the center now. And we're going to be dusting off the excess, so don't worry about all that settling down in the center. Now we're going to flip the pan over and take off all the excess flour that's inside. And we're going to give it about 2 or 3 taps. And there you have a well-prepped bundt pan. Now we're going to put the batter into the bundt pan. And we're going to take it all around. Now using the spatula, we're gently going to spread it across evenly. Now into the preheated oven this goes, and we're going to bake it for approximately 50 to 55 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the cake comes out clean. Now we're going to allow the cake to cool completely before we unmold it and frost it. And now for the fun part, this coconut cake gets even better
with its creamy, dreamy buttercream frosting.
And for that, we're going to go in with half a cup, which is 113 grams of unsalted butter, which is at room temperature.
We're also going to go in with half a block of cream cheese, which is at room temperature, and this is about 113 grams.
For that light white chocolate cream cheese frosting, we're going to beat the butter and the cream cheese together till it turns pale while incorporating a lot of air into it. And now we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of white chocolate, which we've melted and cooled to room temperature. Once again, we're going to go in with our mixer and blend it all together.
Occasionally, you want to go in and just scrape down the bowl. So we're going to get the sides as well as the bottom.
For a little coconut flavor, we're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of coconut emulsion and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And for good measure, we're going to add a pinch of salt. We're going to go in and give it a quick blend.
And now we're going to go in with 2 cups of confectioner sugar or icing sugar, which we've sifted. And we're going to put our blender on a stir speed and slowly mix it in so that the icing sugar doesn't fly everywhere. And depending on the consistency after 2 cups, we're going to go in with an additional half a cup. Now we're going to scrape down the bowl and get all the icing sugar from the sides as well as the bottom. Looking at the consistency right now, we're going to go in and add in the rest of the half cup. And now we're going to go back in with our mixer on a stir speed. And once the icing sugar is blended in, we're going to turn up the speed a little bit and get it silky smooth.
And now for the moment of truth. Let's topple the cake out onto a cake board.
And now we're going to take our white chocolate cream cheese frosting and start smothering it all over the cake. We don't have to be extremely perfect here, but we do want an equal coating all over the cake, on the outside as well as on the inside dip of the bundt cake. This is looking so good just the way that it is, but we're going to take it one step further and make it super duper delicious.
And now we're going to take some sweetened shredded coconut and coat it all over. It's a little bit messy, so we put a paper down so it's easy to collect it, and then if need be, we can reuse it. Got to dab it a little bit so that it sticks to the frosting. Oh my goodness, look at that. And now it's time to give the cake a taste. And because it's for Mother's Day, we have 3 generations out here. My mom, myself, and my daughter Shannon. But before we give the cake a taste, if you're new to our channel or haven't subscribed already, but enjoy being with us. Hit on that subscribe button.
And while you're at it, go ahead and click the bell icon to be notified when we post new recipes. And follow us on social media to stay up to date with everything.
Now let's give the cake a taste. Mom, come. Wow. Can't wait.
Oh.
Mom, how did you like the cake?
This cake is so tasty and soft.
Yeah, I know, it's so dreamy with just the right amount of indulgence.
And it's perfect if you're looking for something for a spring brunch, a summer gathering, or if you just deserve a sweet treat.
We hope you give this recipe a try. Thanks for watching. See ya!